March 8, 2014. A routine flight departs from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, heading to Beijing, China. The passengers settle in for what should be an uneventful journey. Little do they know, they're stepping into one of the greatest mysteries of modern aviation. Flight MH370 vanishes mid-air, leaving behind a trail of questions, theories, and heartbreak. 9 years later, the world is still searching for answers. What really happened to Malaysian Airlines Flight MH370? Did the plane crash? Was it hijacked? Or did something more sinister occur? Tonight, we unravel the mystery that has haunted families, investigators, and the world. 239 people were on board when the plane disappeared. Families awaited loved ones at the Beijing Capital International Airport, unaware that the plane they were expecting had simply ceased to exist. At first, there was no indication of trouble. MH370 took off at 12:41 a.m., climbing to its cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. The first 38 minutes of the flight were normal, routine communications between the cockpit and air traffic control. At 1:19 a.m., Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah spoke his last known words. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Then, silence. But what happened next defied explanation. Minutes after that final communication, MH370 vanished from radar screens. Air traffic controllers in Vietnam and Malaysia tried desperately to contact the flight, but there was no response. It was as if the aircraft had evaporated. By dawn, MH370 had missed its scheduled landing. Panic ensued. The Malaysian government declared the flight missing, and search and rescue operations began. But what the search teams uncovered, or rather, didn't uncover, only deepened the mystery. So where did MH370 go? Investigators quickly realized something chilling. The plane hadn't simply crashed. Radar data showed that after losing contact, MH370 made a sharp turn westward, away from its flight path. The plane then continued to fly for hours, crossing the Malay Peninsula and heading into the vast expanse of the southern Indian Ocean. But why? One of the most plausible theories is that the disappearance was a deliberate act. Some suspect Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, an experienced and respected pilot, of orchestrating the event. Investigators found that Zahari had simulated a similar flight path on his home flight simulator weeks before the disappearance. Could this have been premeditated? Others point to mechanical failure. What if a catastrophic event on board disabled communication systems and left the pilots incapacitated? The plane could have flown on autopilot until it ran out of fuel and crashed. Then there's the possibility of hijacking. Could MH370 have been seized by terrorists or even a rogue government? The absence of any group claiming responsibility casts doubt on this theory, but it remains a possibility. But what about the wreckage? Here's where the story takes another twist. Despite the largest and most expensive search effort in aviation history, no definitive wreckage of MH370 was found in the immediate aftermath. Search teams combed an area of 120,000 square kilometers in the Indian Ocean, guided by satellite data. But the ocean kept its secrets. It wasn't until 2015, more than a year after the disappearance, that debris began washing up on shores thousands of miles away. The first piece, a flaperon, was discovered on Réunion Island near Madagascar. More fragments followed, scattered across the coasts of Africa and the Indian Ocean islands. These pieces confirmed that MH370 had indeed crashed, but they raised more questions than they answered. For the families of the 239 passengers, the discovery of debris brought little solace. Each fragment was a painful reminder of lives lost, of children without parents, and of parents without closure. The mystery of MH370 isn't just about a missing plane. It's about the people who boarded it that night, each with their own story, their own dreams. Among them were students returning to school, tourists exploring new horizons, and entire families traveling together. But how did such a massive aircraft vanish without a trace? The answer lies in a combination of human error, outdated technology, and the unforgiving vastness of the Indian Ocean. The primary tracking system for aircraft is radar, which relies on ground-based stations. Over the ocean, however, radar coverage is sparse. MH370 flew into one of these blind spots, disappearing from radar just as its communication systems were turned off or failed. Modern aircraft are also equipped with an automatic dependent surveillance broadcast system, which continuously transmits the plane's location. However, MH370's ADS-B was disabled, possibly deliberately. The only clue came from satellite data. Inmarsat, a British satellite company, recorded handshakes with MH370, automated pings sent by the plane to the satellite. These pings allowed investigators to estimate the plane's flight path, but they didn't provide precise coordinates. So, where does the mystery stand today? In 2018, a second search was launched by Ocean Infinity, a private company specializing in deep-sea exploration. Using advanced underwater drones, the team scoured the ocean floor, searching for any trace of MH370. But like the initial search, it ended without success. Despite these setbacks, the hunt for MH370 continues. New technologies, including AI and machine learning, are being deployed to analyze ocean currents and improve search models. The families of the passengers, along with aviation experts, refuse to give up. Of course, no mystery is complete without its share of conspiracy theories. Some believe that MH370 was shot down, either accidentally or intentionally, by a military force. Others speculate about alien abduction or a secret landing on a remote island. These theories, while compelling to some, lack credible evidence. What makes the disappearance of MH370 so haunting is the combination of modern technology and ancient mystery. In an age where we can track a smartphone across continents, how can a 250-ton aircraft vanish? The mystery of MH370 isn't just about a plane. It's a story about our limits in technology, in understanding, and in accepting the unknown. For the families of the 239 souls on board, closure remains elusive. For the world, MH370 is a reminder of the fragility of life and the vastness of our planet. The mystery of flight MH370 may one day be solved. Or it may remain an eternal question, a chapter in the history of aviation that defies explanation. But one thing is certain: the story of MH370 isn't over. The ocean knows the answer. Will we ever uncover it?